Hello everyone, my name is Maoz and I'm a professor at Tel Aviv University at the Department of Biomedical Engineering. In our lab, we try to provide animal-free methods. We do this by using tissue engineering, basically to mimic the human physiology. We were able to restore tactile sensation for people who lost their ability to sense by developing a super small, easy-to-use device that can actually be implanted under the skin and to create such an extension cord to the damaged nerve. Another technology that we developed is a device for odorants to mimic our ability to smell. We created this bio-hybrid technology from insects to sense rotten foods, explosives, drugs, and last but not least, to mimic a patient-specific physiology, meaning we can take your cells, and if you have, for example, a disease in your brain, we're able to create a sample from you and to create your own brain, very, very small, in the lab, and then to try different drugs, a potential treatment for your condition. Between 60 to 90% of the drugs that successfully pass animal trials fail in human clinical trials. Chocolate. You give a chocolate to a dog, it might kill him, but we all know it does exactly the opposite for human beings, right? So we know that animals are not a very good representation of the human physiology. Therefore, we would like to mimic something that is super relevant to humans. So first of all, my students. Every time we have new challenges to overcome, but more than that, we know that we actually make an impact. For example, we work on neurodegenerative disease, Parkinson, Alzheimer. We went to a winery. In 2 weeks, we're going to boulder climbing, and we really try to balance between the hard work that we do in the lab, but also to have fun. So basically, my background is chemistry. I did my bachelor, master's, and PhD in chemistry. And one of the labs that I applied to was the lab of Professor Pete Parker at Harvard, that he's doing bioengineering. And I remember that when he showed me the lab, and I looked at cells for the first time under the microscope, suddenly my eyes opened. And this is the reason why I decided to shift to this field, because it really excited me. And I started this field without knowing anything. And I saw that if you are enthusiastic enough, you can dive into a field, because I know that even if you're not a bioengineer, if you're enthusiastic about this, you will be able to catch up with the material. First of all, that they have a spark in their eyes for the things they want to work on. They are excited from their work, they are excited from what they want to do, they will be dedicated, and they are super enthusiastic from the work. This is the top. Obviously, we look at grades because it is significant for their ability to get fellowships later, that they will be team members and team players, and people that are not afraid to tackle the hardest challenges. And we need people that are not afraid to fail and to be able to stand up again and to tackle the problem.